It is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. Let me cut that off. That's probably noisy. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Hoping. Because you got to hold your breath for justice. To see justice before all face too bleak is his your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, coming through today, November the 22nd, 2025. So that's 112225. Yes. But it's a little bit after, what is it? What time is it? 12:30. 12:31. But yeah, so just getting off of work. Gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seemed kind of odd. No, I'm just playing. But just getting off of work kind of got me a headache. Ugh, I cannot stand headaches because I really just wanted to go home and finish the 1250 podcast project Reach the World, my third project Reach the World of 2025. And girl, 2025 is about over. I can't believe I've only done 3 art pieces this year. Whew. Girl, I am so slacking up on my art, but I have got to. Sometimes you get so far away from your goals that you just like, I'm too far off course. Let me just forget it. But I can't do that. I have to just, even though I feel like I'm so far behind and I'm so off course when it comes to that, I gotta keep trying. Hey, I got a little inspiration because Introverted Rockstar. Y'all know I love Introverted Rockstar. He is one of my favorites on YouTube. He does true justice, real justice, not the illusion. He fights for real justice for our people. Um, and everybody deserves justice, but for the most part, allegedly, we are the ones that are really deprived of justice. I mean, people can gaslight if they want to, but we are the ones that justice seems to always skip over. So he really does fight for true justice for us, right? Um, and how could it be true justice if we don't get it? Like, it's not true unless everybody is treated equal, right? Allegedly. But he took some time off from fighting for justice to set up his website. He's a photographer, so he's a creative. And now he's got his art thing going and his purpose of fighting for justice. That girl. So I gotta get on my grind. Ugh. I wish for the Kita, for the Cadillac of old when, baby, it wasn't no stopping me. Girl, I had that passion. I just knew that I could achieve justice, and I just knew one day, that passion before reality set in. Girl, if I could just click that little like switch in my brain to get myself back to where I was. But just like he did, he had to sit his content for to the side for like a week, right? For a week. And he went in on his website and he's launching his photography website. So I really need to take time and do the same thing. I kind of got a little setup where I got my own little area space to get away, to start working on my art one, and then this graphic design, like Things cannot just stay in your mind. Like you got to get them outside your brain. And that's what he was saying. Like he had this has been something he's been wanting to do for so long, and now he's finally doing it. I got to get to that point to have it all finally done. But so that's some inspiration, right? And y'all know I said I was trying to get more into my art. When I put it on the scale, like the justice scales, which one do I have more of a passion for, justice or art? Maybe it's justice all day, every day. That's why it gets very difficult for me to put the justice mantle down in order to create art, right? So, but yeah, I gotta get to creating. So this is gonna be short because I gotta get on home. My head hurts. I had a short like thought that hit me earlier before work. And I have been going through the most with all my storages going full. My first, I have several channels, YouTube channels, but I can seem to only focus on this one. The other ones, every now and then I record a video for them, but oh my gosh, this is the one I really want to work, but this is the one that really just won't work. Mm. It's like that split between your heart and your brain. My brain knows this is not it, but my heart is so attached, right? So each YouTube channel has a different Gmail connected, and they're all full. I have 3 Gmails that are full. I cannot send nor receive messages. Storage full. My regular email that I used, that most people don't even use, Yahoo, that tells you how long. I set that Yahoo up when I got fired wrongfully from my job at the super center. And I set that one up. Oh, wait, girl. I might already have another email. I had an old email I used to use. I wonder if that storage full too. But I stopped using that one because when your email gets older, you get all this spam. So I started this whole new email because I was doing job searches at that time, and I wanted to be able to find the emails if people were actually reaching out to me. So, oh, I need to see how that one doing. If that one full. But that one, my personal email went full. My 3 Gmails went full. And I'm like, dang, all my storage is full. My phone storage is full. That is why I'm on live and I cannot record and upload like I have been doing for the last couple of weeks, which kind of hurts me because I don't use my lives as like getting on live and actually chit chatting with people and stuff. I use my lives as a way to record and then release right away. So my Wi Fi messed up. I don't have to wait 2 and 3 hours for it to upload in the house, and it's not taking up the storage on my phone. So I got 4 emails storage full, and I got a phone storage full. I had another little iPhone storage is full on my iPhone. And then my phone, my Google Pixel that I loved so much that I had for years, that one, the storage went full, and then the screen broke. So I always planned on fixing the screen, but the storage is still full, right? Once your storage goes full on your device, it is very hard to do anything on your device. You can't record, so I can't be my creative self. It's not like when I'm out and about, I can't record the moment, or I'm trying to that let me pause on that part. I'm trying to delete some videos. Which ones am I going to part with so that I can record new videos? So, seems like in my whole life, my storage is going full. And it mostly happens because for me, I don't have the time to sort through, clear out, and delete what is no longer needed and get rid of what is no longer needed. Now, I said all that to say to set up the perfect analogy. Storage full. When I said that to myself, it reminded me of mass incarceration. Yes, I know because my mind is always on injustice, girl, but also our storages are full in this country, allegedly. Our prisons and jails, but mostly prisons, are to critical capacity. That means the amount that they can hold, it is to a point where they can't safely hold that many individuals. There's a shortage on staff, allegedly, and it's been for a long time. That versus, remember the verses, I'm a prison wife, I've been one since 2002. 2002 prison wife versus 2025 prison wife. Well, what I could tell you is back in 2002, they had a guard for everything. They had a guard that sit outside during visitation. They had a guard for inside. They had a guard. Over the years, there's been so much stuff that had to stop or slow down because there wasn't enough guards. And now guards are getting immense amount of overtimes, but they're still human. So you can only work a person so long before they're impaired. They're not able to perform to the same amount they would had they been refreshed, right? So much overtime that is stressing the population of guards allegedly out. So D0C has been having an issue with keeping enough guards, but a very quick rising inmate population allegedly. So less guards, more inmates, way more inmates. Okay. So because prison is supposed to be for rehabilitation so that the person, the individual can come back to the street and not commit more crimes, pay their debt back to society, right? But not come back and commit crimes. Come back and be an asset to society, right? That is what prisons are really supposed to be about. Department of Corrections. Correct. 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 That's what it's supposed to do, right? So it's supposed to really be a cycle. They're not supposed to really just hold on. See where I'm going with the storage being full? So instead, allegedly, it's like they're shelving people, right? But if you're not turning over and releasing people and you're just shelving, and then there's new and you're shelving, and then just like my video where I liken D0C allegedly to a hoarder's house. A hoarder does not want to let go of anything. They got to keep everything, like everything. It becomes to the point where they cannot have new things. So new people committing crimes, where do you put them? Because you have people that are still, like my husband, an alleged crime from 2002, that even had he been rightfully convicted, let's say he really did do the crime, he still should not have gotten 40 years. So you sentenced him way too long. That crime, allegedly, had he did it, should have only been 10 years. His space would have still been freed up for the next person coming in. You know what I'm saying? So, but because you gave them too much time wrongfully, so if you let go all the wrongfully incarcerated, but they're not willing to do that allegedly, and then if you actually made the sentences just and fair, so you cut the sentences, and then those that actually, we have no parole in Florida, but those that in states that do still have parole, if you actually started granting them, like Alabama solution, they were saying that they have parole, but they have really slowed down on granting parole because they actually have the incarcerated citizens do a lot of work in society and public. So they deemed them to not be rehabilitated to go home to their family, but they're good enough to be able to work for free out there and labor in the city amongst the same people they would be among if they were free. So if they were allegedly a threat when they go home with their family, they would be a threat when they're working out there amongst the public. But they don't consider that a threat, allegedly, because that is free labor. Reminds me of something else that they told me that that doesn't exist no more. Why are we still complaining about it? But anyway, back to the thing. So the storage is full. You know, your phone keeps sending you warnings. You're not going to be able to send and receive emails if you do not clear storage. Your phone will even, if I don't get rid of the stuff, some of the phone will malfunction completely. It's the same in real life when it comes to this justice system, when it comes to prison. This is why we're calling for prison reforms. If we don't clear the storage, it can't keep you safe. Don't you want safety? Allegedly, it can't keep you safe. Don't you want safety? Don't you want the whole purpose of people being in prison so that they actually are keeping your neighborhoods and communities safe? Why else would you want people in prison? You, not those corporations. I could tell you why they allegedly want people in prison. But why would you want people in prison? You, the good, law abiding, upstanding citizen. Why do you want people in prison? Because they broke the law, right? And you want the neighborhood safe. That's why you would want people in prison. You wouldn't want people, just to be, would you like people to just be allegedly taken to prison just to be treated wrong? Like if they didn't fit those criteria, if they did not break laws, and if they were not the ones making your neighborhood unsafe, would you still want those people to be in prison? Allegedly. Because to let you know, there are people that fit that description in prison. They broke no laws and they were not the detriments to society, but they're still taking up storage. Taking up storage in prison. We need to clear the storage. You're going to stop being able to receive. So have you thought about the people that did crazy crimes and they don't get that much time? Right? I can think about in a lot of domestic violence alleged instances, or certain things with minors, and they don't get that much time, if they even get any time. Why a lot of times some people don't go to prison and jail? I could say from my belief is because a lot of the resources are already being utilized with warehousing long timers that have been there for the longest, and the storage is full. If you cleared out the storage, you could process in the newer people that need to go through that alleged correction institution, right? But if you never filter nobody out, how could you ever have it available for those that need to be off the street? Storage is full. Please clear it out. Hiss your girl Cadillac.